Okay. Hi, I'm Sydney, just in case you forgot. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for coming back for your second session. I know last time when you came in, you said you were feeling a little bit nervous. How are you feeling today?
I'm still a little nervous. It's just I'm not sure what to get out of this session.
hmm Well, last time we talked about a lot of stuff. It was just kind of a basic overview of how all this is going to work. We talked about confidentiality, our professional relationship, and then we talked a lot about like your past, your childhood, your career history, education, substance abuse histories, all the fun stuff. Now we're going to get more focused into like why you actually came in because last time we just needed to get to know the history of everything so we could get to where we want to actually go. You did mention to me last time that you were struggling with time management, specifically related to school. Is that kind of the reason why you're here, or?
Yes, that is. So I'm having trouble with, getting assignments done in time and being able to manage my home life. It's just school and home are becoming an issue.
Mhm. It's surprising to hear that because you did mention last time that you managed to get on the dean's list last semester, which is amazing, by the way. Congratulations. So, since last semester, has something changed in this situation that's making you struggle more now?
Yeah, I'm just taking classes a semester that have a lot more assignments. And
hmm
so last semester my classes probably had, 1, 2 assignments due a week. This semester my classes have like each class has like 4 or 5 assignments due in the same week.
Wow,
So it's becoming a lot more to juggle.
that sounds like a lot to juggle. It sounds like it's overwhelming you quite a bit.
It is.
How many classes are you taking?
I'm taking 5 classes, so 2 on campus and 3 online.
And how many days are you here on campus?
Uh, 2 days out of the week.
Okay. Um, so I know your home situation. You have your fiance and your daughter. Um, how do you manage to balance that with school?
So obviously I put them first. So
hmm
every time I get home, I make sure I get all of my house chores done. I make sure, everybody's situated, everybody has had dinner, they're ready for bedtime. And then when it's time, when I get my own little free time at night, like I probably get like 30 minutes or an hour, then I try to do some assignments.
And that's not working out for you very well right now.
And not when I have so many assignments due in a week.
So, how would you like to manage both of them? Like, what would an ideal management look like?
An ideal management would look like me being able to time manage more and get things done before they're due.
Okay. So, you said it would be ideal time management.
hmm
Can you tell me what time management is?
Time management to me is getting things done before they're due. So, for example, my homework assignments, some of them are due on Sundays, most of them. So instead of doing them the day they're due, which I usually do, I procrastinate.
Mm-hmm.
It would be easier for me if I got them done like at least 2 or 3 days before the due date.
Okay.
That way, I just have a lot more time to not freak out as much.
Right.
Yeah, because I get very nervous when I do them the same day and they're due like a certain time.
What currently do you feel is preventing you from being able to do that?
My role as a mom
Mhm.
is just I have a lot on my plate, and especially at home when I do get that time to myself to finally get some work done. I always have my daughter running around the house,
Right.
over my shoulder, check what I'm doing on the laptop. So
Right.
it's kind of stressful.
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about what exactly is on your plate? I know the mother role is different for everyone. So, what does it look like for you?
Well, for me, it's just a lot of chores, making dinner. So, like in the morning, I wake up, I get ready for school, and then I get my daughter ready, and then I go drop her off at my mom's or her grandma sometimes, depending, who's available. I drop them off, and then I come to school, sit through class, After class, I might have an assignment due, before the class ends. I have to get that done. I have to rush and go pick up my daughter, and then I have to go back home, make dinner before my fiance gets home. And then after dinner, I usually give my daughter a bath. We also have a dog, so I have to give the dog a bath too if he stinks or not,
Mm-hmm.
and then make sure he gets dinner. And then after that, I get myself ready for bed too. And then before I go to bed, if I have like some extra time, I'll get some homework assignments done. And then I get everybody to bed, and then I do it again the next day.
That is definitely a lot. You're not a lazy mother, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job taking care of your family. But it doesn't sound like that is working very well in tandem with your school situation.
Mhm.
What have you done in the past when you've had, two different things that are both equally important to you, but they are not really functioning well together? What have you done to maybe try to work with those, get those things to balance?
In the past, I was able to time manage more a little bit just by getting things done easier. But, last semester was easier just because my classes didn't have as many assignments
Mhm.
as this semester. And so last semester was easier to do that. But this semester is just a lot more difficult with the extra assignments I'm having. And so, but I'm always putting my family first, which is something that's having trouble with my school.
Right. And it's important to take care of your family, of course, but you also have to take care of yourself. And school is something I imagine you're doing for your family. So by also taking care of school, you are in turn taking care of your family. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. But it's not easy when you'd rather be spending time with your adorable daughter instead you have to go do homework.
Hmm.
Um, have you tried anything at the moment or in the past this last month or so to help with this situation?
In the past, the only thing I've done is try to write everything down in a calendar or planner just so that, I know when things are due. But it never really worked out for me just because, like, I really couldn't look at my planner.
Right.
And some classes, they will submit assignments last minute. And so it's kind of difficult seeing, the same day that assignments are the next day. So, like, I wouldn't want to go get my planner, write that down because
Right.
I'd already know.
So what about the planner did you like?
The thing I did like was that I had a visual presentation of what I had to get done. I did
Mhm.
like that. I just didn't like having to go and write things in last minute.
Okay. So you like the visual aspect of it. So
Mhm.
maybe we can keep that in mind as we're trying to come up with action steps you can take towards your goal. Um, and you said, what did you not like about it
The thing I didn't like about it was having to write things in last minute.
last minute?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really feel very organized when you're still having to do things last minute.
Mhm.
Okay. So you said you have a fiance. How is he supporting you throughout this? What is his schedule like? Do you think the two of you could work together somehow?
Well, I feel like he supports us a lot just because he works so much. So his schedule is crazy, just like mine. It's because he works full time and goes to school full time. So he wakes up at 5 in the morning and then drives to work because he has to be there by 6. And then after work, he gets out at like 4:30. And then depending on his, like, if he has exams or not, sometimes he'll come home and try to have dinner with us, or if not, he'll go straight to school just because of traffic. And if he has an exam that day, it's easier for him to get stuff prepared because he's an engineer, so
Mm-hmm.
he's taking a lot of welding and electricity classes. And so, his classes are more hands-on, so they make things and build things. And so, yeah, and then by the time he gets out of class, it's already 10. And so,
Mm-hmm.
like, we're already getting ready for bed.
So you're both students, and he's working, and you're a full time mom, which is basically just another job.
Yeah.
So you both have a lot on your plates. It sounds like. But you love each other and care for each other, so that's good. Other than him, what kind of support do you have?
Well, we have, our parents and our grandparents. They're very supportive. Like they help us out a lot.
You said that your is it your grandmother or your daughter's grandmother?
My daughter's grandmother.
Okay.
So it's my fiance's grandma.
Okay. You said that she is helping you watch your daughter while you're going to class.
Yes.
How often does she do that for you? Just twice a week?
Just twice a week when I have class, I'll have her watch her.
Tell me a little bit more about that. Does she do you think she would be willing to help you out a little bit more, maybe to provide more time?
Yeah, she's always offering to watch her whenever I need it, like all the time. But I just don't ask. Like I don't accept her offer just because like I feel bad that she watches her while I go to class, and so I usually don't ask her to watch her.
What makes you feel bad?
I just feel bad because like I feel like it's my responsibility, and I feel bad just because she's already watching her when I go to school.
Right. Do you think she's offering because she feels obligated to, or because she actually wants to?
I think she does it because she wants to. I mean, she doesn't work or anything, so she's always home. And her husband works at night. Like he gets out of work like 11 p.m., so she's home alone.
So do you think if you allowed her to watch your daughter, do you think she would enjoy that?
She probably would.
Yeah. How would you feel knowing that she would enjoy watching her?
I mean, it would make me feel a lot better about having her watch her for me. Yeah. The only thing is like the only reason I haven't done it is just because like I felt like it was my responsibility to watch her.
It isn't like you are taking your daughter there and then running out and having fun. You're taking her there so you can focus on your schoolwork and make good grades. So that way, in the future, you'll be able to get a better job, which is ultimately something you're doing for yourself and your family. So I understand the feeling of that's my responsibility as a mother, but you have to take care of other responsibilities as well, which will in turn make you a better mother. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
So your goal here is to get better time management, which you defined as getting assignments completed before they are due. Um, do do you think that what do you think would be the best way to achieve that based on what we just talked about?
So I think the best way would probably be if I let my daughter's grandmother watch her, so that I can get some extra study time in.
Okay, and how often do you think that you would want her to do that?
Probably twice a week, just so that because I have some assignments due Wednesdays and Sundays at midnight, and so that way I can try to get them done before they're due.
Okay. So what days of the week?
Maybe Mondays and like Thursdays would be good. Thursdays or Fridays, so that I can get like Mondays I can focus on the class work that's due Wednesday, and then like Thursdays or Fridays I can focus on the classwork that would be due Sunday.
And for how long do you think?
I think like 2 hours would be good for me, like 2 hours. So 4 total in the week for my homework assignments. I think that would be a good time.
Okay, so one step you could take towards your goal would be to have your grandmother watch your daughter twice a week for 2 hours. And then during that time, you would be completing assignments before they are due.
Yeah.
Does that sound like a pretty solid plan for you?
That does. It sounds good.
How do you feel about it?
I feel very comfortable with it. I feel like it would take a lot of stress away from my life.
How do you think your daughter would feel? Because she's clearly important to you and you want to have that strong relationship. How do you think she would feel about it?
I think she would be good with it. She likes spending time with her grandma. So I don't think it would really bother her that much.
Okay, so it sounds like you would be a good fit, your daughter would be, and also the grandmother would be as well. Do you think your fiance would be on the same page?
Yeah, I don't think you would mind.
Yeah. And so you have a fairly good plan in motion, it sounds like. What potential roadblocks could you see potentially coming up for making an issue?
Only roadblocks I see is that sometimes her grandmother likes to go on vacations to go visit people. So sometimes she goes to California and Mexico, probably for like a couple weeks. And so if she's not there, that would probably be an issue.
How do you think you would manage that?
I think I could plan accordingly, and like if I know she's gonna be out of town, because usually she lets me know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could get things done before that. Try to work around her schedule.
That sounds like that would be a very great way to still manage to get your time management in order while also allowing her to do what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you are very smart with this. Like, you are very aware of the situation and what steps you have to take to help. While maybe they are not your favorite thing to do, sometimes they are necessary. What are the benefits? What benefits would you see from doing this?
The benefits I would see is me being less stressed
Mm-hmm.
and me getting homeworks done on time and maybe even getting some better grades.
So you would lose stress and get better grades by managing your time better.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's important to keep those things in mind while you're going through this because it's not going to be easy, but I believe you can do it. Would you agree with that?
I do.
Yeah. So, how are you feeling about? I mean, this is a lot, and it's going to be difficult to make all these changes.
I mean, I'm feeling good about it. I think it would be a great way for me to, manage everything better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be even great for her grandmother just so that she won't be alone.
Do you see there being any negative consequences?
Mm, no, I really don't see
You
any
don't
negatives.
foresee. I mean, that's good. We
Mm-hmm.
don't want negative consequences, but if something like that did occur, we could always look back and maybe make some adjustments. I mean, this is just a plan we have in motion, but once you get into life, if you think you need more time, or maybe you're getting more work done than you thought you would and you need less time, then you can do those things. It's not set in stone. You're able to change it however you need to, you know. Um, so this was a lot, but thank you so much for sharing everything. You are so strong in just managing life the way you have so far. Making the dean's list last semester, you're a very smart person and you're working very hard for your grades and your family and yourself. And I know that you're going to be able to do this. It might not be easy, but you will be able to because you have the desire and you clearly are willing to make sacrifices for the greater good. Um, would you agree with all of that?
Yes, I would.
I'm glad you agree because it's all very true about you. So keep all those things in mind and use your support network if things start to get hard for you because it's going to be worth it ultimately. Um, so your homework for next time then would be to talk with your grandmother about watching your daughter twice a week, and hopefully, if she agrees, maybe you could even go ahead and start having her do that, so you could test out the studying while your daughter's there for those couple hours, and you'll be able to see if it works out for you. Do you think you'll be able to do that?
Yeah, I think I should be able to.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you for coming in. Do you have any other thoughts or feelings that you'd like to share on everything, anything we talked about? Is anything?
No, everything else sounds good so far.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that. I'll see you next time, and I wish you good luck with your goals and your action steps. And I truly believe that you can do them. And if you face some difficulties, then we will manage those next time, and it is okay because not everything is perfect at the beginning, and sometimes it's never perfect, but That's okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.